What is going on, gamers? Episode 36 live coming at you fast and hard.
Hey, yo.
I would just let that one fly. I'm gonna let it fly.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah, okay.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
It's
it.
all good.
Boss!
Boss. The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
Nah, we don't pause here. We fast forward. We skip.
Fast forward.
Yeah, we
go.
Oh my god. What's going on, guys? Got some pretty cool updates for y'all. Including, of course, I mean, what would be the start of the podcast if we didn't highlight our previous multiverse winners? Let's go. We had Mott's sitting up on top again earlier, 2 weeks ago. And now we have a Powerpuff Girls on the board, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time.
On
That was
the
exciting to
board representing who, by the way, I got really distracted and didn't watch the rest of it, but last I talked to Eris, he was in top 6 of the Frost Invitational earlier this weekend for $1,000. So if anybody wants to look that up real quick, actually,
I mean,
Yeah.
he should thank us, for giving him the warm up.
the what? Oh wait,
What I'm
no,
hearing.
hold on. They post stuff. Hold up. This will take 3 seconds.
One.
Eris
Yeah,
took
yeah.
second place in the Frost
Nice.
$1,000 Invitational, with Ook the Legend coming in first.
Yeah, I was just that's real impressive.
Misty coming in third with the Bugs Bunny, followed by Saki, who actually hasn't been in Crack Media at all. Fourth place with Batman, Anthos and Jungle fifth with Wonder Woman and Superman, and the Harley Goats, Legend and Mott's top 7, tied for 7.
Oh, we got some big fucking names, G.
I mean, shit, $1,000. I'll put my hat in the ring. The fuck.
I won't.
I was gonna say, is that what it takes to get CJ up there? I don't.
Nah, listen, bro. You'd have to add an extra figure if you want me to humiliate myself online like that. Alright.
You're
You gotta
assuming it's gonna be humiliating.
Oh, I can tell you it's gonna be humiliating. I'll be down 3 stocks and knocked out the tournament before I've even loaded in the game.
I believe in you, CJ.
I fucking felt that in my soul somehow. I don't know what that was. It just kind of hit real hard.
Bro, I've already been knocked out of next week's tournament. What are you talking about?
CJ, I believe in
It hasn't
you.
even started.
Yeah, bro.
I need you to believe in the me that believes in you.
Yeah, but that would then require me to believe in you, and I haven't done that since Overcooked. So,
Damn. Speaking of Overcooked.
speaking of Overcooked, it's almost like it was a segue.
Speaking of the perfectly timed segue, let's go. Yo, we played, for those who weren't there, major
Why
FOMO to you all. Sucks for you. We played some fast food simulator. Oh my god, that was great.
Yeah. Cooking burgers.
Honestly, that I feel like that's something we could sink our teeth a bit more into, because I feel like we only scratched the surface with the chaos that was.
Bro, I wanna play it again ASAP. Like I've been itching, dude. Like if you guys want to roll after this, like we can continue stream, do whatever. Just fucking, I am down.
We'll figure it out. We definitely need to give it a bit more time, because it has that extra chaos that I feel like Overcooked doesn't have, in the sense of having to handle like deliveries
Yeah.
in the middle of service sometimes, just trying to get those fucking cups in.
Well, so I finally fucked around and played some solo, and I was like, all right, this is either gonna like give me some stupid ass AI to help me out, or it's just gonna increase the timer on everything, and I'm still gonna have to like run a restaurant solo. And sure enough, I'm doing everything. Like you're doing everything yourself, dude.
I was talking to Hades, and the one thing he says, "Fucking pre-cook the shit out of everything."
That's what I was trying to do. Y'all keep rushing me.
Listen, bro. I had the two-factor authentication on opening. Okay.
So, Quang, I also found out. All right, you can actually put the patties and everything on the stove via the tray
Yeah.
instead of individually, and then you can also take them off via the other tray.
Right. Yeah. Oh no, I figured that out. I figured that out partway through
Yeah.
whatever day. I was like, wait.
Wait.
This is great.
It was a little fitting that the side quest ended due to IRL corporate overlords and in-game corporate overlords not working in tandem.
It's for real, dude.
Oh, it's fucking great.
Fucking capitalism, am I right?
Oh, it's the bane of our existence again. Damn you, Bezos.
Speaking of capitalism,
Fuck, we did it again.
so I'm not sure if you guys got to watch the video or anything, but I'm sure everybody watching and everybody that's gonna be, hi YouTube, what's up? I'm sure most of you, probably 90% of you who have Steam, of course, have accepted these new terms of service that have seemingly come out of nowhere. Seemingly. Seemingly.
That's too.
I fast forwarded too far. How long is this going on?
So this new terms of service modification has basically been thrown in everybody's faces. Of course, everybody just accepts them because they accept them, whatever. But a little backstory. So we all know the current state of how sue culture works. Let's just put it that way, for lack of a better phrase. Every company almost in the world nowadays has a clause that says this must be settled with arbitration, not in open court. For those of you that don't know, arbitration is pretty much instead of a whole open court case with a judge and everything, it's literally just closed doors. Judge looks at it, sees if it's good or not, throws it away. There's no open case. There's no jury, blah, blah, blah. So, of course, that's been Steam's thing for this whole time. If you have a case and you want to sue us, you go through arbitration. And so there was this firm who said, okay, we see you, Steam. We'll just hit you with 70,000+ arbitration cases at once. Because why not?
Yep.
They can't go to open court. So, and also, precursor to all of this, Steam also has a clause that says if the arbitration case fees do not exceed $10,000, they will pay for the case entirely. They will pay all fees. So this firm comes in, hey, here's 75,000 cases of arbitration you guys have to go through, and now you have to pay for because you said so. So that was hit, and a lot of them apparently, I wasn't able to fully tell if a lot of them went through or not, but essentially, there was one of the judge's rulings was to dismiss Steam's defense case on most of the situations, which in turn caused them to do this minor little tweak to their update or to their TOS, which now states if you are involved in an arbitration case towards Steam, you must deactivate and delete your Steam account.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
now everybody who has accepted those new terms of agreement is either one, going to lose their Steam account, two, pull out of the arbitration because they would have to delete their Steam account, or two, accepted the terms, did not delete their Steam account, and now their arbitration is invalid.
Well, I was gonna say like that's the big thing about it all is in that terms of service agreement, it was the fact that if you do not delete your Steam account, and it is a direct quote from the documentation, that is basically by not deleting your Steam account, you've automatically accepted the terms of this agreement. Therefore, if you haven't deleted your Steam account, your arbitration is automatically invalid.
Yep.
So it's not even really a case of like, oh, you've got to pull out. It's like, if you don't do this thing, you automatically pull out, which is a very savvy move by Valve. Very savvy. It's a fucking bullshit asshole move, but it's very savvy.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we're looking at over 75,000 cases, which were, average cost for the arbitration case was looking at around 6.5 grand. So I mean, someone else can do the math. 75,000 times by 6 or 6.57 whatever. That's a lot of money. That is a lot
It's
of
a decent
money.
chunk.
Yeah, and this is all coming back to the whole thing that we've kind of had our finger on the ball for a while of you don't own what you think you own, and it's a bullshit capitalist thing that we just kind of have to deal with now. Because, the issue primarily comes from Valve owned the monopoly on online game distribution, and um a lot of other distributors need to basically price their games based on what Valve and what Steam have set for pricing. Now there are a couple of ways around that. That store credits and memberships, subscriptions, and there are ways around this, but it's a case of you either go with Valve's pricing as a developer, you price your game on all these different launchers and providers at the same as what Steam is telling you to, or you're not allowed to put your game on Steam. And with Steam
That
being the head of the monopoly, there is nothing you can really do about it. Because if your game's not on Steam, the odds of people picking it up on PC, they get lower and lower by the moment.
so as just a small addendum to what you just said. I'm pretty sure that it's more about the whole Steam thing, right? Is that the really annoying thing about for the developers is that you're not allowed to sell Steam keys at a discounted price.
Yeah.
And even if it's from the developer. So you can price your game however much you want on Steam or wherever, as long as it's not through the Steam thing. You can't like legally do like what's the big one? Like G2A. Like you can't as a developer put game keys up on G2A at a discounted price, even if it's beneficial for you.
Yeah.
Which kind of started which is what started the whole process. And it is important to also note that more legal mumbo jumbo, uh, at least in the United States, I'm not entirely sure about other countries, but there is a huge difference between going through arbitration and going through the quote unquote normal channels. Being legal precedent. When you go through arbitration, you're basically saying, "Hey, we are settling this behind closed doors. This is whatever decision happens, and we're going to accept that fully." That being said, if it goes fully to court, all of a sudden there are court document cases that people refer to. There's legal precedent for whatever bullshit that people are trying to avoid. So for big corporations like Valve, uh, like Apple, Windows, whoever, right? It is more beneficial to them to arbitrate 100 times than go to court once, because once you don't even have to go through the court system to like suit for like a suit to go through once it's gone through the normal channels.
Yeah.
Because there's already legal precedent for whatever bullshit they're trying to pull.
I mean,
So yeah, the big thing is that like the the initial setup was also bullshit, right? You have to go you by signing the user agreement that you have to go through arbitration. Because basically it's Valve saying, "Hey, you are going to sign away this thing that basically says you're not going to hold us accountable."
And again,
Uh,
that goes for like everybody nowadays, which
yeah, I mean
honestly is a
for
problem.
everyone.
I
Yeah,
think.
no, I mean, yeah, it's a huge problem in general. And then they also tried to make themselves look like the good guy by being like, "Oh, but like if it's under this amount, we'll pay it for you. Don't worry about it."
well, the other thing is I guess this does raise the bigger question that got me thinking, like across the weekend whilst I was doing my research and all of this, is like this. Yeah, we're hearing about this because this has come to light over the last couple of years. I mean, a couple of years ago, sort of 3 or 4 years ago, there were rumblings on Reddit and sort of the idea of, oh shit, what something is going to go down because people don't like this arbitration clause. But how many other cases like this have people just signed up to because no one reads terms of service? And this is kind of one of those things where, after the fact, we're realizing companies can kind of just put whatever legal jargon they want, and you're just going to accept it because you're going to press accept T's and C's and just get through the menu so you can get onto whatever the thing is you're trying to do.
Well,
Like,
at this point, it would be up to the firm to notify their clients. It's like you're going to lose this case unless you delete your Steam account.
Or they break the signed user agreement and go to court anyways.
Yeah.
Which will have its own ramifications that I don't know what the specific clauses in there say about it.
Well, that's the thing is like it needs to be there needs to be a way to gather all these arbitration cases, quote unquote, for lack of a better term,
Yeah.
and create an open court case out of it legally, which doesn't sound like is an option, and that is entirely a
the
problem in itself.
the only way you could do that is by breaking the terms of service, which would then offer up a different court case, which would have to be settled prior. Because basically the way, and again, I could be off on this, but this is at least how I believe it's done in the United Kingdom.
We are not lawyers,
It
by the way. This is
is,
not lawyer
yeah, no,
advice.
absolutely. I'm not a lawyer, and most of you are American as well, so everything I say is even less weight. But based on my very, very limited knowledge on the English law system, is everything's kind of the way a court case is settled is obviously you start a court case. If you start in a court case causes something else to happen, you know everything is stacking on top, and you
Yeah.
go from top down once you realize the sort of wave of things. So in this instance, we have a court case where we're breaking the arbitration thing and we're actually going to full court. But then we have another court case because that's breaking the terms of service. The terms of service court case in this scenario would have to be handled first. You would almost certainly lose that because you know to be able to go to court you have to be saying yes, I'm breaking the terms of service. That would then go in the favor of Valve because you have agreed to these terms, you've agreed to what they've signed up for, you should have known what you were signing up for legally, and if you
Yeah.
didn't, then what the fuck are you doing? Which makes the class action lawsuit situation a whole lot harder because you've got a load of people suing who shouldn't legally be allowed to sue because they agreed to it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yup.
Yeah.
Valve have pulled an amazing and you know like it is a brilliant move legally speaking. It is a mastermind of a play. It fucks over everybody, but they've had years to prepare for this. So
Yeah.
what can you do?
The big thing too, since this is an American company and it'll be American people suing and doing all that stuff, it's just gonna be so overly expensive.
Mhm.
The Once again, the allure that Valve is trying to put on with these arbitrations and like offering to pay for a certain amount is that arbitrations are usually more expensive, right? Because it's all privatized and all that. Um, but it happens so much quicker. And for
Mhm.
everyday folk like all of us in this call, we don't have the time or money to pay a pay a dude to sit in a room for hours on end just trying to figure out what's going on
Yeah.
in a court case. Like the it's just not a feasible thing for the average Joe. Um so like court is really expensive. And Valve is a massive company. They have definitely lawyers on payroll and can't afford to go to court, which is also another uphill battle. And ultimately, most people who are going to sue are not thinking that far ahead. They just want to get whatever thing that they wanted. Because we're all selfish assholes, and oh, I'm sure some
Basically.
people, yeah, I'm sure some people will be like, oh, it's betterment for the future, but ultimately, court is really expensive and time consuming. Especially because it would be in like Valve's best interest to stall the case for as long as possible. And they have the money and power to drag it on. Once again, this is like the American legal system. I'm not entirely sure how it is in other countries. Uh, but Valve can definitely do that
Yeah.
here. So
And the other thing on top of all of that is half the people who are or are not or were or no longer or whatever involved in this Smash arbitration case, do they even know what it's really about? Or have they just heard, oh, there's this thing against Valve, I'm eligible for that, I'm gonna hop on the bandwagon because I might be able to get some money back or this, that, the other. Like, a lot of the people who, you know, would be, suing for this or joining the group probably don't even know what it's really about.
Yeah.
They've just heard it through the grapevine and they've jumped on the bandwagon. We do because we're informed and it's our job to know about this stuff so that we can pass the information along. And we're in this, I'm in the circle where every little bit of news comes across my desk and half of it is worthless, but I read it anyway.
Hmm.
But the average person
Mhm.
is not gonna know anything about what's going on with any of this or what it's even about. They didn't even realize that there was a change to the terms of service, and they've just signed up to this thing because they've been told to sign up to this thing. And ultimately, it doesn't really help anyone because it just creates more busy work for the lawyers on both sides of things. So,
Mostly because everybody has like $3,000 to $6,000 in fucking Steam already,
yeah,
if not more.
absolutely, yeah. Absolutely, which is another reason why a lot of people probably weren't willing to close their Steam accounts, because obviously we're in a position where we're not guaranteed to be able to get any of that money back through these cases, because if you lose the case, you've then lost the money that you spent on lawyers and whatever, you've lost the arbitration, and you've lost your Steam account, so you can't even get that back. Because it's very unlikely that if we had let's say even a small percentage of people actually closed down their Steam accounts, fully deleted it, and were like, no, we're doubling down, we're doing this, we've got it. You know, even if it was 1%, that's still 700 people. Valve are not gonna bother trying to get all the information back for those 700 accounts. That's just not worth their time or effort.
Yeah.
Because that there are people that were willing to leave the site to try and sue them. No, we're not going to go out of our way to help you. Like, they basically get their own little hit list made for them. And on top of all of this, if you really want to do this, it has to be settled in Washington court. So start backpacking.
Yeah, right. That's another thing.
I don't actually know where Valve's headquarters are located.
I don't want to
So
talk
it'd
about
be-
how much is spent on Steam and games.
Yeah. I don't remember the
Yeah.
exact court, but I know, like, and again, this is in the terms of service, that if you want to settle any arbitration or or class action lawsuits against Steam or Valve in any way, it has to be settled in a court in Washington, which is I assume
Okay.
the court where their lawyers work.
It would be wherever
So
their
yeah.
headquarter address is.
So
Yeah.
on top of all of this, if you really want to do this, you gotta go to Washington, which is another pay slip on top of all this other shit. So
That judge gotta hate life right now, just saying.
I was, I, I have never felt bad for a judge before, but I'm like, Jesus, man,
um, I mean,
it is it's a shitty
it,
situation.
it's just so bad because like there's so many, you know, um, for the sake of not jumping into our next topic real quick, but there's just so many bad things that gamers are getting absolutely fucked for, and like nothing can realistically be done about it. We're all just fucking huffing the paint, paying for the drugs.
God, I love paint though.
What? Oh, my guy loves house flipper.
um.
Oh jeez. No,
Anyways,
it sucks. It really does suck, and there's nothing we can do about it because we never learned how to read.
yeah.
Speak for yourself.
Well, that's the thing. Even if fucking everybody did read terms of service, like the fuck you gonna do?
Yep,
The fuck you gonna do? Like,
great. We had the fucking lawsuit against Epic a few years ago. Now Steam and at this point, the only place you can be able to soundly get games off of is the homeless guy down the street who's still trying to sell cartridges for his Atari 2600. It's great.
yeah. Even then, dude probably
And
has a
they all
fucking
look
lawyer.
insane.
Yep, yep. And even that, you put it in, it doesn't work. You pull it out, you got a fucking blow in it, which doesn't actually do anything. But we're all wired to assume cartridge no work, blow make work, and it fucks it all up. And
Yeah, it's actually worse for the cartridge.
yeah,
Do it that
yeah,
way.
yeah. It's
So
whatever.
up to you guys. We can either go into Hi-Rez or go into multiverse, but we do have a multiverse announcement, so we could, which I'm gonna say at the end anyway. So up to you guys.
Well, I know how CJ feels about MOBAs, so I mean, I'm going to talk a little bit about the multiverses up update. I like that they're like in our. I'm gonna call this a call sheet.
It's a question.
I mean, it's
It-
not.
it is
It's
not-
not technically an update yet. You know, it's
Yeah.
like.
But I mean,
Even the updates are in early access these days. Fuck.
Yo, fuck. You were really fucked.
as we play more and more multiverses and we host these tournaments and do all these things, recently multiverses released a video which is kind of cool about the things that they're testing out in the game, just behind the scenes, you know. And a big update was shields, um which have its whole is a whole nother thing. They're still in testing stages, so I don't want to really speculate on the impact of the game per se with the shields. But I the thing that made it interesting to me was it really feels like I feel like I don't have any clue what Play First like wants from their game or their community, because sometimes it feels like they listen to their community really closely and we get these cool characters and some cool mechanics added into the game. But sometimes it just feels like they're just trying to
Walk on by.
or I was gonna say put makeup on a turd, but not that aggressive, you know?
Trying to put a plaster on a gunshot wound.
Yeah, it's like, hey, look, no, we're trying new stuff. You guys feel this way about the game? Look at all the stuff we're trying behind the scenes. And a lot of it's like I said, it's cool to like get a peek behind the curtain and just really see what they're trying to do. But it doesn't address a lot of the problems that people are having with the game in general, right? Like shields are cool, but like how are IRL tournaments going to happen?
Yeah.
You know, the things that feel like they matter a tiny bit more, because all in all, people will complain, but I think the game is in an okay space right now. As far as mechanics go, like I don't think any
I
like
could
adding
see.
shields would be a huge would change the game completely. Adding shields would change the way that the game is played completely. Um, but yeah, we don't need like major changes to the game. We need major changes to the way that the game runs, like in person as a
Yeah,
program.
I can see the imaginary dude in Mike's head right now, just going project management.
Yeah, that's the
Like,
that's the
who's
word.
calling the shots in the back? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the phrase of 2024. It feels like.
it
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, with it, really, like I said, I think it's cool that they're doing this and they're showing it off, and I'm sure this is like a dedicated team to test out changes in the game to see if the game can be more fun. I'm sure that that's all that is, but it doesn't address, you know, the monetization that multiverses has, or problems that multiverses has, where I still don't have everyone unlocked because I don't want to pay money for the characters.
Yeah.
Um, it things like that, where like these are commonly discussed problems about the game.
That's subjective though.
Yeah, that's fair. But
What
I
you
mean,
mentioned about the local stuff, that's a problem.
no, that was, yeah, I was gonna say,
That's
but
that's
like I was
that's
saying,
a
like the tournament, like being able to play in
Yeah.
person,
Huge problem.
huge struggle. Yeah, they're just bigger problems than. Oh, but what about shields?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
I would like to understand what the vision of the game is supposed to be,
Yeah.
and hope that they stick to that vision. What I don't want to see is a Smash clone. That's what I don't want to see. Um, I think it's important when you create a game that is inside of a certain genre that you have ways to say this is how our game differentiates. Like, we
Yep.
have this game that sits on this level with these other games. However, when you come to play our game, you're going to get a different experience. That's a good thing. That's
Yeah.
I think that's what we should strive for. So I mean, granted, it's not guaranteed. Like the shields is just testing right now.
Yeah.
You can test it. It's they're not saying that they're going to put it in the game, but the simple fact that it's even a test is a bit concerning to me.
I mean, they had a different solution to the shields too, right? Not giving everyone a universal grab instead of giving a universal shield break.
Yep.
Kind of interesting. I don't know. There's a lot of question marks, and it's because it's in testing. I don't like to speculate too much. Um, just it there isn't enough information, and because it can all be scrapped, it's just kind of we don't even have like a playable version public, right? That says like, oh, this is the direction that we want to go in.
Yeah.
Um,
Isn't that
I
what
don't
they're
know.
planning though? Making it kind of like a testable version at some point.
Maybe I mean, if they do, we'll see like what shields look like at that point. Uh,
Oh, yeah, I thought it was already live in the game.
is it live in the game already?
I thought
I
they
I
made
haven't played this week, so
I can double check. I'm pretty sure that queue went up on Friday or something like that.
Okay, that's what I thought. Is they were making a queue for it for people to actually test out.
mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
mm.
The
my
test queue should
biggest
be up right
thing
now.
is that it's just gonna it's it's gonna change the pace of the game.
Yep.
And I think with that, a bunch of rule sets are gonna need to change as well. Tournament wise, of course.
Yeah, I mean, once again, it's impossible to tell. Uh, shielding encourages players to play a little bit closer. But also if you don't have a good, like, you need to be able to punish people for playing too defensively. It's I don't know. Like I said, there's too many question marks as far as where they want to go with the shields. I'm just worried that they aren't addressing the bigger issues. That also feel like they have simple fixes, like
Yeah,
the what is it, like the tournament version of IRL version of MultiVersus.
Well, that's
Hmm.
why, like, it kind of confuses me because if we are going down this route of like the fear of this becoming a Smash clone, I feel like they're copying the wrong parts because from from the outside guy of the fighting world, it's like the thing that has made Smash stand the test of time is its tournament scene and the access to the tournament scene. So if we are gonna copy Smash in the sense of adding shields and whatever, again, we're not saying that's what they're doing with speculation, but so we're gonna copy that bit and not the bit that has made the series survive as long as it has. It's an interesting choice. It's an interesting choice. Like I say, I'm not the fighting guy. I probably know the least about fighting games in this group, so that's why I just shut up and nod. Because whatever
Hmm.
Quang and Ju say, I assume is correct.
That's fair. I mean, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I just want to land to happen already, man. I just want to go see people throw hands in person, you know, and just say hi to the people that we watch all the time.
Hang out.
I
Yeah.
think I think that'll be a fun time, man.
Uh,
Wherever
I'll probably get punched in the face.
by
I can
Brian G.
guarantee
Yeah,
if I'm there, I can
yeah.
guarantee you'll get punched in the face.
Oh my god.
You're gonna punch me in the face.
I'm gonna punch you in the face. I get it.
That'll be a great meeting. You and Brian G finally meet each other. That'd be hilarious.
Just bring deodorant, fellas.
Oh yeah, bring bring a mask.
Yeah, you. I will
something.
say if
Woo,
Or a can of Lysol, one of the two.
those tournaments.
if we start doing IRL tournaments, MultiVersus players, the first big one, y'all have to wear a bunch of deodorant because if one dude smells bad, you are the reason the venue sucks. Like that's they will hold it against you as a Smash player. But getting Evo every year, it's like, oh, the Smash players. You can tell it's everyone. It's not. There needs to be a scapegoat. Literally this year at Evo, because it's the first year Smash hasn't been in or one of the first years that Smash hasn't been in Evo at all. The go-to saying was like, "Oh, it's the Smash players playing fighting games."
Oh
Like,
gosh. I mean, when I went to Evo, it definitely seemed like that. Also,
It's a bunch of
Genesis.
people sweating in a
Whew.
room, like a not well ventilated room,
Yeah.
because it's hot as fuck. And even if the AC's blasting, it's what 300-400 people minimum in a closed off area.
that's
It
a
was
fucking
delicious.
that's a business venture right there. We just go to fucking we just go to tournaments and sell fucking small things of deodorant. Help support crack media. Smell good.
Yeah. We can all have our own scent. We can all have our own scent.
Smell like
I'm gonna
CJ Zephyr.
I might just walk
Yeah.
around
CJ
just spraying
Zephyr
people.
Breeze,
Yeah. Oh my god.
Mist of Juice Wayne.
Cat, write that down. Write that down for the Patreon. Write that down for the Patreon.
They still wouldn't buy it. Jesus fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be a fun
Give
experience.
perfume. Oh fuck! Not perfume, deodorant.
Oh yeah,
both. We can have
explicitly
both.
antiperspirant. We just
Sent by catapults. I can see the ad now.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
The little fucking tube with the.
Yep. Yep. We get Johnny Depp in it just cause.
Fucking cuz. Oh fuck.
if you want me to do like what is it, like the old timey.
Oh, that's another
I-
thing I wanted you guys to talk. I want to talk to you guys about eventually. I think we're gonna go with. What do you guys think about video ads for CD keys?
Oh,
if you want me, I'm
I'm
here
down.
to do voiceovers.
I'm down. I'll do it.
You're looking out.
We were Kat and I were
Watch this
talking
content.
about if everybody's down to do it, everybody just cut their own little CD key ad and fucking we start throwing them around.
I'm still sad you haven't used my crackedmedia.com car video that I.
I was thinking you need to send that to me because I just need to normalize the car volume and get like the background noise out of it, and it would be perfect.
Oh, I think
I added it to the fucking. We now have a Correct Media soundboard, and the only sound on it is fucking.
This isn't my car.
that's great.
Oh fuck! I need to start doing that. We need emotes for the Discord too.
Yeah. We need some fucking child point redemptions for the Twitch.
Yeah,
That's what we need.
that too.
Could have, fucking 50,000 channel points and recommend a side quest game.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. I've
Chain
now,
together.
I've now officially. I mean, I'll eventually have the money for that. I've now officially got a cracked panel for my Twitch as well. So
Oh yeah. You need
it's
a
official, baby. It only took me 3 fucking months.
send me the rest of your socials too, so I can get
Yep.
page up for you.
We'll sit down and do that this week.
Also, Josie's page, TBA. Just
Yep.
need to finish that up sometime this week.
Uh,
I've been everywhere, and I don't know if I like it.
About the Smite 2 stuff, I didn't know Smite 2, like the early access came out.
Oh yeah, that's out.
Yeah.
Yep.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
It
really
wasn't
sure how much.
universal, right? You had to be invited or something.
There's
I
a store
believe
page.
it was.
You just
I-
requested?
Yeah, I believe it was a request.
Okay.
Let's have a look. Let's have a
I'm pretty sure I
look.
remember.
£25. Fucking Jesus.
It's $30 to
Yeah.
play.
That's fucking
Oh.
hell.
Yikes.
The Ultimate Edition is fucking £80. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's Oh, that's wild.
I just with Deadlock being, I mean, part of Smite 2 not like doing well entirely has to do with how popular Deadlock is, right? Because they kind of attack the same
Yeah.
player
I would
base.
say so.
Gotta be, yeah.
But I mean, I know Smite was like pretty popular. What do we know the reason why they tried to go away from Smite and re-release the game? Is it just like graphics or?
But I mean, when did Smite came out? Ages ago, and I feel like it didn't hold up against League.
I mean, yeah, I mean, nothing's
So,
gonna
like,
hold up against League or
well, no, but that's
Deadlock.
exactly. So it's like, Smite came out in 2014. We are a decade on from that. So I imagine it was just a case of popularity for the game fell off over time as these new free games are coming out and it's taking everyone's attention. So how do we get them back? Oh, I know what we'll do. We'll bring out a brand new game. We'll call it Smite 2 and make it this brilliant fucking thing. And then Deadlock has come out at basically the exact same time, which was probably not part of the plan. And
Well,
so, yeah,
I think it was partially that, and then mostly that. Of course, the Unreal Engine update.
that'll be another thing. Yeah,
For Smite. So I'm sure that was
like.
Yeah,
a
Unreal
huge
Engine update,
factor.
yeah. Graphical changes is definitely important.
Yeah, I think the engine just being out of date, the graphical improvements, absolutely, and like the market these days is very different to the market was in 2014.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of when we began the transition to the current market. Like that was sort of the very, very early stages of the transition. So, you know, it was probably a business head decision somewhere up top saying, "Hey, yeah, we're gonna do this thing because everyone's re-releasing games and everyone's doing this, that, and the other, so we're gonna do it too." Which was a decent plan in theory, but I think part of it is just very unlucky timing that Deadlock has come out at the
Timing.
exact same time.
Really bad
Feels
timing.
kind of bad, but I mean, it, it also the fact that it's in early access and you still have to pay for the game. I mean, we talked about it earlier or before
Every
about
week.
how it's just I think Smite just didn't have a big enough fan base to do anything.
that's also another thing. Is like, why are they? Why are they? Okay, so timelines was like,
Okay.
so they release early access.
Yeah.
They put
Yep.
a price tag on early access, but they judge the release on putting a price tag on an unfinished early access game instead of keeping it under wraps and just releasing the full game releases, and still maybe or maybe not putting a price tag on it. So it's like,
Well,
have you initially just fucked yourself because not only have you put a price tag on an unfinished product, but now people have a bad taste of that unfinished product that they're not going to put their time into the actual product when it does release, right?
well, I have an answer for you actually, J-Dog. And this is coming straight from the Steam page. Um, During the early access phase, the only way to get guaranteed access will be by purchasing one of our Founders Editions. After early access in 2025, we expect the game will become available as a free-to-play title.
So not only do you
Okay.
have to buy early access, but you have to buy the game, and then even if you buy the game, eventually it's going to be free.
No,
So
so you are paying for the Founders Edition, so you can pay, and we're going off UK prices because shillings up, baby. It's £25 for the Founders Edition, for which I
Base
believe you
one.
get the game. The Deluxe Founder Edition. Let's see, it's not telling me what the different editions actually get you. Um, but to you can get the Deluxe Founders Edition for £50, which is basically a 100% markup. And you can get the Ultimate Founders Edition for £75. I assume you get unique special things for all of those. But when the game releases, which is predicted to be late Q1, early Q2 of 2025, the game will become free to play. So basically, you're paying to get into the game early and probably get a load of cool stuff, probably whatever. But when the game comes out officially, it will be a free to play title, expected. So
Yeah,
you're literally paying for free to play for early access. Like you're literally just paying to get it early and to be part of the testing phase.
that just
I mean,
that just hurts my brain, dude. But it's just I don't know, man.
I mean, they make it so that you pay for Founders Edition, and then once the game becomes free to play, then they give you, say, whatever amount you paid for in like in-game currency or in skins or something that will amount to that. Then
Yeah,
I'm like, all right, it's kind of
probably.
cool.
You'll probably get depending on the type of edition you have, you'll most likely get a some kind of in-game currency would be. I mean, I have
Yeah,
not played it, so I don't know what the in-game market looks like. I'm looking at the charts from the last couple of months because obviously it released at the end of August. Um, its average players is anywhere between 1,400 and 1,500 players. The all-time peak was 12,000, and I imagine that was very close to yeah, that was like when it first came out. So it tapered off quite a bit to like after the first month. Um, and yeah, no, it's now sort of spike. It's sort of averaging at around 1,500 players. So they've made their money, really. Like, assuming everyone just bought $25 for access to it, £25 to access it. I mean, they've made at least fucking 3 grand from early access alone, from what I'm seeing.
I mean, it kind of sounds like they're trying to do like a Kickstarter type thing,
Yeah,
where they needed funds to actually finish the game, but they weren't able to get enough to really get a whole bunch of people. They didn't get enough traction, which when you don't have enough money, you have to lay people off. Just it's the biggest expense for sure.
Mm.
Smite was definitely the moneymaker for Hi-Rez.
Yeah.
I want to say this, man. I've always liked the work, the games that Hi-Rez put out. I enjoyed playing Paladins. I enjoyed playing. I mean, what was the Royal? What the hell was the name of the BR that was like short lived?
Realm
Oh my
Royale.
gosh, Realm Royale. I enjoyed playing Realm
Yeah.
Royale.
Wow.
I enjoyed playing Smite. Right, I really enjoyed playing Rogue Company. Like I was so addicted to that game for a while. But for some reason, I just feel like Hi-Rez just is like the I don't know the ugly stepchild or just the little brother that always gets bullied, and they never get the opportunity to really shine.
They've
Uh,
always kind of been there, and I honestly, as much as I hate to say it, I think a lot of it stems from like the graphical fidelity of
yeah,
some of their games.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I mean, anytime you talk to an Overwatch player about Paladins, they like the number one reason why they won't even launch the game is because of how it looks graphically compared to Overwatch, which is like the
Yeah.
dumbest shit ever. Because Paladins is like far and beyond a better game than Overwatch, but uh, you know, it's just how it is. It's how gamers think. I guess.
I mean, Hi-Rez has always had that very stylized look, which I've always
Hmm.
appreciated, but I do think that we're in a world where apparently graphics are the big thing. I've always been sort of not anti-graphics, but I've always said I'd rather have fucking 60 FPS and decent, and decent running than graphics, but it's whatever, I guess. I mean, the fact that these guys are having layoffs in my mind is like, yeah, that they were seriously running out of money. If they just had a fuck ton of layoffs, I've just done the math, assuming that 12,500 players that peaked all time are the only people that bought into this, which obviously isn't true because different people are playing at different time. But they've made over £300,000 from that, so that should get them at least a fair amount of the way done with the project. So I honestly I have hope for these guys because I've always liked Hi-Rez. Like, I think their games aren't always necessarily for me, but I think I can't think of any controversy that Hi-Rez have ever been a part of. I think they're just a company that make their games and sort of stay quiet and do their thing. So genuinely, and again, please correct me if I'm wrong and if I've missed something major. But it's like, I
I
want game
just
companies to do well. It's like I want them to do well and make the games they want to make.
I honestly like just thinking about it. It just reminds me of the fucking Call of Duty Titanfall situation. It's just
Mm.
Mm,
bad timing. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just shit release timing, and one's gonna outshine the other between Deadlock and Smite 2.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's it's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. It's another thing that Valve has fucking stolen and fucking killed Smite. It's not letting us sue them. God damn it.
Yeah.
And we still don't get Half-Life 4.
Oh, you still don't.
Oh man.
What do you mean 4? We don't even have 3 yet.
Oh.
Half-Life 3. We got Half-Life Alex. All
Wait,
right.
oh my god, okay.
We got Half-Life
Half
3.
three is never
Okay.
Half 3 is never coming out. We can only hope for 4.
No, you know what? There's a fucking mod on it. No, hold on. What's it fucking called? There's actually a mod that a Half-Life mod that I played that honestly, in my mind, is Half-Life 3 in orbit name. God, I'm not gonna be able to find it now. Here we go. So if anyone's like into playing their Half-Life mods, God, I found the thing, but Entropy, I believe it's called.
Oh.
Yep,
Okay.
Entropy.
Sounds
Um,
vaguely familiar, actually.
Entropy Zero. Uh, I've had to fucking go into my archives for that. But that is a game that really actually ties in really well to Half-Life, Half-Life 2, and Half-Life Alyx. So in my mind, that is the Half-Life 3. Because honestly, when it comes to modding Half-Life, most people who do that are typically pretty good at it and pretty loyal to the source material. So if you're into your mods and all that stuff, go play Entropy Zero. It's
Okay.
fun. It's good.
It's
It's
fun.
good. It's good. It's a good
Mhm.
game.
I think I
We
got
need more of that.
Good game.
I think I got XP Share Bingo. CJ talks about mods, and about capitalism,
We brought up early access again.
early access.
What do you mean? That's our free space.
I'm just calling as I see it down the board.
Mods are great. What do you want me to say? What do you want
Fuck.
from me? All right, mods are good. Mods are good. All right.
Fuck, that would actually be a great idea. Can we do that? You guys want to do that? We're gonna make a fucking XP share bingo. Let's go.
Oh Jesus! Right.
I'm actually down for that. Like that sounds fucking amazing.
I don't know if I want to go out of my way to mention stuff on the list or actively try to avoid saying stuff on the list.
Well, that's the thing. You mix up every fucking card, so it doesn't
Honestly,
matter.
You know what? Cat is really good.
Cat's already on it. She's already on it.
Cat does our wrestling bingo cards because we do cards for the Big Four, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, WrestleMania,
no, now it's
Survivor
bingo.
Series. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, CJ mentions wrestling.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I have one thing that I know anything about in this world. Okay.
Oh man.
Fucking Jesus Christ! Like, if we get one for that, I want a fucking slot for them mentioning Deadlock.
Yeah.
Alright.
We won't do it won't be an XP share episode. It'll be a solo grind, you know.
Yeah.
Or after dark.
Well, it is like because I know we're finishing up soon. It's really funny, J-Dog, that you mentioned Titanfall, because I'm about to stream it, and guess what I'm playing tomorrow? I'm
Yeah.
going
Baldur's
to
Gate
decide.
3, the mods.
No, I still haven't finished my Baldur's Gate playthrough, and but me and J-Dog are gonna set up a co-op for that at some point. I think 'cause there's content in that.
That's gonna be great.
But I'm starting tomorrow. I'm gonna go through the Titanfall 2 campaign because it's really good.
Let's go.
It's very good. I might do multiplayer, but I'm very bad at Titanfall 2 multiplayer. So we'll see.
I miss that multiplayer, man. So
It's
good.
it's back. It's back. It's alive.
It's the one for those of you, or I shouldn't say those of you, for CJ who doesn't necessarily know who Espeon Valentine is. Basically one of the best FPS gamers in our like little friend group. I was consistently better at him in Titanfall, and that was an achievement. That was a really good achievement.
Especially at that time, because Brent was probably like at his peak.
Oh, he was nuts at Call of Duty at that time. Like holy fuck. I remember fucking who was the guy? What was the guy's name? Stoner. It was always like Stoner always talking shit. Fucking 1v1, dog. Let's go. 1v1.
Straight up.
Well, it's because I played a lot, and when I say a lot, I played a lot of OG Titanfall because that game came out, and it scratched every itch in my brain that I needed. It's got big robots, it's got parkour. Like I can go from being a sniper to having the smart pistol to running around with a shotgun cloaked. I could do whatever the fuck I want. The XCs were fun. And then, so when Titanfall 2 came out, I hopped on that shit real fast, and I was very bad at it. Because that's when multiplayer started getting real competitive real fucking quickly.
Yeah.
It was so good.
So,
It's
but yeah,
We're really trying to carry him.
the game that introduced the one mechanic that nobody knew they wanted, grapple hook swinging.
yup,
Oh, yeah.
yep. I was playing some of the PvE mode today just to like warm up a little bit. And yep, I forgot how fun that was.
Oh god.
I mean, I'm always a stim boy because I like speed.
Oh yeah.
But grapple hook is fun. But yeah, I'll be starting that tomorrow. I'll be doing the campaign playthrough. It's probably only gonna take me 2 streams because I think it's like 6 hours long, but it's real fun. And then I might do some multiplayer, but I don't know. I'm not really a multiplayer guy these days. We'll see. But I'm back. I'm on the internet again.
Oh, money.
I'm excited.
I only
about
had a small mental breakdown on Friday. It's
I'm about
fine.
to drop. I'm
Only
about
mining.
to drop 5 bits on
Yep.
CJs.
Let's get it.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, well, perfect timing too. Well, you guys go ahead and throw your stuff in chat, and we close this out. I do want to get you guys' opinion on whether or not we should do 2 or 3 month seasons. But starting actually this Friday, we will begin our official season number 1 of MultiVerse tournaments, that will run up to you guys 2 months or 3 months, and will end with a 32 player invitational at the end of those 3 months. So players will be able to come in, gain points every Friday, and top 32 get invited to an invitational at the end of the season.
What are we putting on our battle pass? Because every cool season's got a battle pass these days.
XP share bingo.
You can unlock the blue shirt for J-Dog.
Imagine.
You unlock cosmetics for
for fucking XP shirt.
banana suit.
Bro, that's a legendary drop. What are you talking about? You gotta earn that shit.
But yeah,
XP
I'm
shirt
gonna make the announcement later this week. Again, starting on Friday, we're gonna be gathering points and start doing seasons and get the players some money, bro.
Yeah, boy.
Some money.
Y'all wanna get paid?
So the real question is, fast food simulator?
Not today.
Not today.
My voice cannot handle more
Yeah.
talking.
Not today.
We'll get it set up though. We'll put a day aside for it.
I mean, I'm down for Tuesday. Although I know probably, I don't know. We're not doing more Dylan Dawson Tuesday, are we?
So I was thinking about that. I think I'm gonna blanket it as another Dale and Dawson day, but I'm pretty damn sure 90% of us are burned out on it. So, whatever happens, Jackbox, etc. after that. But either way,
if you
game night
guys-
Tuesday.
even if I'm not able to play, if you guys want access to all of my Jackbox games, let me know. I have every single one, every single pack. So
That might be an idea.
I might be running D&D on Tuesday. So I won't be able to participate, but
I will put out an announcement for that for sure on Tuesday because everybody likes a good game night. And then, yeah, TBD, multiverse things, or TBA, I should say. Anyway, this has been XP Share, episode 36. Love y'all.
Fuck yeah.
Yay.